Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Steffy's impulsive decision helps Hope, Finn's wrongly punished. The bold and the beautiful spoilers document that Steffy Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline Massinswood, is proceeding without caution. Telling her husband that she needs time away appears to signal a potential, albeit temporary, exit from Los Angeles, California, for Steffy. A needless opportunity will exist if Wood's character follows through on her need to get away from John Finn Finnegan, Tanner Novlan, so she can clear her head. Hope Logan, Annika Noel, stands ready to repair the break she's created from Finn if she can. So why would Steffy leave Leigh at such a critical moment? Finn and the audience want to know what comes next. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Parental influences come into play. Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, needs help figuring out what to do. Her efforts to persuade Hope to get off Finn failed. She was flabbergasted when Hope told her she kissed Finn at the Brooks' bedroom party at the Forrester mansion. Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, had to know what happened, and Brooke was compelled to tell him. But a classic soap scenario opened the door to the Forrester-Logan battle expanding. On B&B, the doorway to the executive suite often serves as a physical spot where characters happen upon or overhear juice information. So Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, just happened to be coming in the door when Brooke told Ridge that Hope kissed Finn. B&B spoilers. Steffy Forrester Finnegan should not leave. Steffy is overwhelmed. Sheila Carter, Kimberlyn Brown, alone would be enough to drive anyone wild, but add that concern to what's happened with Hope, and Steffy feels she cannot live at the Cliff House right now. Finn's bad feeling implies that this solid couple has suddenly been destabilized. If Steffy follows through on her intention to separate from Finn, the immediate future will leave him alone, vulnerable, and struggling. Hope wants to repair what she feels is a friendship with Finn. Steffy's warning to stay away from him will be easy to break if she does leave LA and remains away indefinitely. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. John Finn Finnegan seeks perspective. An easy projection has Hope and Finn talking things out and then bonding. He will need an outlet depending on how much time they have and because Steffy forbids contact. Taylor just came home and will likely talk with Finn about everything that's happened. Together, they can work through this issue, with Taylor staying in touch with Steffy. Punishing Finn for something Hope did is wrong. Steffy is jeopardizing her marriage and family. Putting Finn through undue stress is a major mistake that can allow Hope to take advantage. Steffy Forrester had always been a woman of action, often acting before thoroughly thinking things through. It was a trait she inherited from her father, Ridge, a man known for following his heart, even if it meant leaping into the unknown without a safety net. But Steffy, with her fierce independence and determination, had honed this instinct into something sharper, more unpredictable. And now, as she stood at the crossroads of yet another life-altering decision, that instinct was about to be tested like never before. The air in the Forrester Creations office was thick with tension. The normally vibrant space, filled with sketches, fabrics, and the latest couture creations, felt heavy with an unspoken dread. Steffy's mind was racing, her thoughts a whirlwind of conflicting emotions. On one hand, there was Finn, the man she had grown to love, trust, and build a family with. On the other, there was Hope, her longtime rival, but also the mother of her niece and someone who, despite their differences, shared a complicated bond with her. Finn had recently found himself at the center of a storm that threatened to destroy everything he held dear. A misunderstanding, blown out of proportion, had cast a shadow over his relationship with Steffy. Hope, in her vulnerability, had confided in Finn during a particularly tumultuous time in her life. It was an innocent moment, one born of mutual respect and understanding. But in the world of the Forrester family, nothing was ever as simple as it seemed. Whispers had begun to circulate, fueled by the ever-watchful eyes of the fashion elite and the tabloids that thrived on scandal. The narrative had twisted itself into something far more insidious. Finn and Hope were having an affair. Steffy, already on edge from the pressures of her responsibilities at Forrester Creations and her tumultuous family dynamics, found herself teetering on the brink of mistrust. Hope Logan, for all her kindness and good intentions, had a way of finding herself in the middle of Steffy's personal life. Their shared history with Liam Spencer was proof enough of that. But this time, it wasn't about Liam. It was about Finn, the man Steffy believed was her forever. And the thought of losing him, of watching him drift into Hope's arms, was too much to bear. In a moment of raw emotion, Steffy made a decision that would set off a chain of events none of them could have predicted. She marched into the office where Finn was working, her heart pounding with a mix of fear and determination. The sight of him so focused on his work only intensified her feelings. How could he be so calm, so collected, when their entire world was on the verge of collapse? Finn. Steffy's voice cut through the silence like a knife, sharp and tinged with the desperation she felt. He looked up, surprised by her sudden appearance and the intensity in her eyes. "Steffy, what's wrong?" Finn asked, concern lacing his tone as he stood, closing the distance between them. "What's wrong?" Steffy repeated, her voice rising. "What's wrong is that I don't know if I can trust you anymore. What's wrong is that everyone is talking about you and Hope like you're more than just friends." Finn's face fell, hurt flashing in his eyes. "Steffy, I don't know where this is coming from, but you have to believe me. Hope and I are just friends. I would never betray you like that." But Steffy's mind was already made up, her heart hardened by the stories she had heard and the images she couldn't shake from her mind. "I can't do this, Finn. I can't sit here and pretend that everything is okay when it's not. Maybe we need some time apart." The words hung in the air, a heavy declaration that neither of them had expected to hear. Finn's expression turned from one of hurt to disbelief. "You're breaking up with me? Over a rumor?" "I'm not breaking up with you," Steffy corrected, though her voice wavered. I need some space to figure things out, to figure out if we're really as strong as we think we are." Finn took a step back, his hands falling to his sides as the weight of her words settled over him. "And what about Kelly? What about our family?" "We'll figure it out," Steffy replied, though the certainty in her voice was gone. "But right now I need to do what's best for me, for us." With that, she turned and walked out of the office, leaving Finn standing there, stunned and heartbroken. The door closing behind her felt like the final nail in the coffin of their relationship, at least for now. But what Steffy didn't realize in that moment of impulsive decision-making was the ripple effect it would have. By pushing Finn away, she had unknowingly created a path that would bring Hope and Finn closer together. In her attempt to protect herself and her family, she had inadvertently given Hope the opportunity to become the supportive friend Finn would need during this difficult time. As days turned into weeks, Finn found himself leaning on Hope more and more. She was there for him in a way that Steffy hadn't been, offering a listening ear and a shoulder to cry on. It wasn't romantic, at least not at first. But there was a bond forming, one born out of shared pain and a desire to make sense of the chaos surrounding them. Hope, too, was struggling. Her marriage to Liam was on shaky ground, and her emotions were in turmoil. Finn's kindness and understanding became a lifeline for her, and she found herself drawn to him in ways she hadn't expected. The line between friendship and something more began to blur, and neither of them knew how to stop it. Meanwhile, Steffy watched from a distance, her heart aching with regret. She had thought that distancing herself from Finn would give her clarity, but instead it only deepened her confusion. Seeing Finn and Hope together, even in innocent moments, felt like a knife twisting in her gut. She had wanted to protect herself, but now she was the one suffering. It wasn't long before the rumors started again, this time with more fervor. The whispers of an affair between Finn and Hope grew louder, fueled by the very distance Steffy had created.